All right, good morning. This is not my usual place that I start my day's videos, but Jim Mully, who I met at the bench yesterday, gave me a lovely razor and brush so that I could try wet shaving out, which I'm going to start the day doing. So, and I thought I would record it so you guys can see what's going to go on here. So, let's just do it. He made a tutorial video and showed me how. So first thing I'll do is I'll get a little warm water going here. And I have this bowl, and I'm going to apply a small bit of this lathery stuff. That's probably plenty, according to Jim. It doesn't take much. And then put some water in there. Not much. And then zip it up. And this is to produce lather for the shave. This is a bumpy bowl. It's got little bumps at the bottom. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I've got some lather here. I think, am I supposed to wet my face? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, no, I normally wet my face when I shave, normally. Now I'm going to look in here. I can't look in there. It looks like it's good enough. I feel like this is going too easy. Okay, now I've got the razor. I already followed your instructions, Jim, on inserting it, and I got it at level 3. And you said 30 degrees and not pressing in. I think I like it right around here. It is nice feedback. It's not hard. Yeah, it's pretty easy. How do you do under here, though? What's that dog doing? He's trying to open the door. Okay, I think I guess. I think more lather, right? So this should constitute the second pass. Although I don't feel like I need a second pass. It does give you more ability to control, and the weight seems very satisfying. Huh. Okay, I think I did it. Let's rinse it off. Well, it does look smooth. Wow. Okay, so then I like it. And then you rinse off the brush, as Jim said. And then rinse off the razor. And he said something about doing something with the blade. I guess take it out and rinse it or something. I don't know. Oh, I guess open it? It opens like this. Take it out. I can put this in the, he gave me a blade stand. Put that in like that. Maybe it goes like this. Yeah, there you go, like that. And it can dry. And then the blade, take a tissue, dry that off. And then I think I can just place it back inside and it'll hang there and dry in its little stand. And then I'll put the whole thing up here. Well, I won't need this anymore because I've got this shave cream, so that'll take the space there. Yeah, that works. That goes there, rearranging my space to accommodate this new way of doing things. I won't need this anymore. That liberates a little bit of space. That works out pretty nice. So these two I can get rid of. I have to get rid of this the proper way. Yeah, I'll just put it down here for now. And then with the brush, you gotta do like this. And grab the bowl. I'm thinking about shaking the brush. Don't shake water all over the place. And these two then, just put down below. And we'll call it a shave. That it really is smooth. Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Jim, for giving me these tools and teaching me how to do this by virtue of your video. I think I've enhanced my worldview, and now I have a new way of shaving. I really appreciate it. All right, now we'll call it a shave. Bye-bye. Okay, I've been walking now for maybe 45 minutes into the dark, and I found a little tunnel here to stop in. And I just wanted to comment, I just finished the latest edition of the Japan What podcast, talking about Japan 5.0, artificial intelligence, economic wars, trade wars, etc. Really good episode. I really liked it. So thank you, Matt, for dropping that and sharing that with the world. And those lyrics really hit at the end because you're editing them yourself and adjusting them. It really came through. Nice work. Recommend it to everybody. Check out the Japan WUT podcast. Okay, I'm listening to Jeff's Deep in Japan podcast right now. And Jeff, it's very interesting hearing the professor's comments about the appropriateness of both commentary and photos. His comment about the photos of the being shared on Facebook being seen as more of a private event from the Japanese perspective, where us in the West would see that more public. And your comments about even your discussions on your podcast and how that can, land with the family. I'm enjoying it a lot. Anyway, I stopped here on my morning hike, urban hike today. I found a little vending machine along the road here, and I'm going to get myself a can of coffee. I'm fortunate that I only drink black coffee because it also tends to be the cheapest. Although I really do like this stuff right here, this Milk and Mild. I'm tempted to break my usual and get that, but I think I'll stick with the black just because I don't like the sugar. So I have my little pack over here, which has my yen pouch right there. And for my Patreon supporters, thank you very much. Those of you at the bottle of Ocha level, the $1 a month, you're buying me this cup of black coffee to enjoy by the side of the road here while I share. Loaded up, ready to go. Ooh, which one? Black coffee it is. And I should get some, ooh, and it's nice and hot. All right, so I'm going to continue walking. I've been walking now for almost an hour. The alarm should go off any moment now. I've got my other phone in the back pocket. Boy, having two phones when doing this is fantastic because I can listen to the podcast with the one, the feedback and commentary over here, plus have the dual cameras being able to capture videos, etc. It's really good, and this is really warm. Time to drink up. And thanks again for you Patreon supporters. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are interested, I'm also over on Discord, the Softypapa Discord server. Lots of new people there. There'll be a link down below in the description. Come on over. If you can't find it, just send me an email, dinnerbytheriver, just like it sounds, at gmail.com. I'll get you hooked up. Just a fun place for talking and sharing. All right, drink some coffee and get going. Here's something I want to point out that's so convenient in Japan, because I take these long hikes out into the everywhere. You can find restrooms everywhere. There's a public restroom right here at a little park, and I guarantee you it's going to be clean and nice and convenient. So if you have an extra bottle of tea like I did, you're all set. Okay, I'm walking on a narrow road here that I usually in the past would try to avoid because it's really, really narrow. It's just this little area here to walk on. I always think I'm going to get run over, but I wanted to show you this overpass here. Let's do it in such a way that people don't think I'm filming them. See this gate right here? The Shinkansen runs directly below here, and they've got this gate here so that you can't throw anything off or whatever. And then over here, the gate ends as these are the proper JR train. And so switch angles. And then from here, you can have a nice view of the tracks, and you can see Mount Fuji back there in the background. These are the Shinkansen wider gauge tracks there, the more narrow gauge JR line here, and the Shizuoka, another narrow gauge up here. If it sounds like I know my way around trains, that's about all I know. All right, I'm carrying on walking. I'm gonna get off this bridge. I feel like I'm gonna get killed. An interesting place, big lot. It's like almost a half a block here, and that old farmhouse there, and then two structures additional, and it's beautiful open space, and it's almost completely, it looks like it's not quite Akia. There's someone in this house over here, but that house, that old house, the old folks house, looks like it's not being used anymore. The reason that place is so interesting to me is that it's very close to where I used to live, and I used to walk and ride my bicycle past all the time. And back in the day, all that land out there, they had a beautiful garden out there, and it's kind of just empty. So don't know what's going to happen to it. More visitors on the website. Ever since I came back to Japan, my website goingalone.org is getting a lot more traffic, which is curious because it doesn't have anything to do with Japan. It's all about my book. It's basically a place where you can read the book for free, and it's got all kinds of other resources as well. But it's interesting how people are finding their way over there, and every time that happens, it slides, a little notice slides. People are finding their way over there by virtue of all of the videos that I'm making about Japan that have the link to the website. That's it. Anyway, about that place over there, another one of those places that's kind of gone to no longer being used. Introduces thoughts.
Go for it.
4? That's asking a lot.
One, 2, 2.5.
I need to come up here in between and practice more. It's a heavy down jacket.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right, Yumiko and I are done with our walk. We're back taking care of some things. She's actually doing a little bit of work. And I wanted to point out these little moments that nice things, or things happen that I know that are relative to the change in lifestyle. One of the things that's really nice about retired life is to have time in the morning to go through my email and take time to unsubscribe from the stuff that I don't want to have. You know, I get so much in my Gmail that is just superfluous stuff, things I've been, I've added myself to some, not necessarily spam, but to some list somewhere, and they've been sending me emails like from the various veterinary clinics we've used over time, to various, Albertsons, the supermarket in the United States that I use, that one of that I not that I use, but that I had a card for, and that was part of the getting the discount card was to give them my email address. Quiet, take my time, sip my coffee, go through each email. Well, that's one I don't want to receive anymore in my life. Find the unsubscribe, go through that whole process. Before, life was so frenetic. My Saturday mornings, which today is Saturday, were so precious that I didn't want to waste my time doing the unsubscription. So I just looked for the important emails, move on, and as a result, my inbox is constantly flooded and filling. But now I have time to actually do something about it. It's nice. Hey, little guy. Look at this breakfast that Yumiko whipped up. Look at this, Rudy. This is really something else. We've got pancakes and eggs and those sausages we got at the store yesterday, and then yogurt and bananas. This looks really, really good, and we're gonna watch something on Netflix and start our Saturday. Okay, I'm sitting here in the little Hachijo, or the Rokujo, 6-mat room. Rudy's right over there. I just hung the laundry. It looks like we're not living anywhere. It's because we're not. We're just basically, we're moving forward with the house purchase. We don't have any furniture. This is just our temporary college student lives as we're waiting. I haven't even unpacked my Sonos yet. Anyway, I'm sitting here watching the announcement from OpenAI about the new O3 model, where the tag is apparently AGI achieved. Amazing. That's not what I'm writing. That's not why I'm turning the camera on. I'm having a moment right here as I'm sitting here with my coffee, my dog, my freedom, and I'm having an experience that's a first. Disconnect. I have nothing to do with AI research. I have nothing. That's nothing to me. But I am in IT. I was, and as I'm listening to them unfold the answers and talk about this, Sam Altman and his engineer, I'm experiencing this sense of being like a man. I've used this analogy before, like adrift on a raft where the main boat is motoring away, and I've let go of the rope, and I'm on a little boat drifting off into the sea. No longer part of this. I'm an observer now. This has been a long-winded clip to say I have this sensation of no longer being a part of the machine, but an observer and a past participant of the machine. It's interesting. Yumiko and I are headed out now to get a coffee dripper that she got that is being delivered from someplace. I don't know where we're going. She'll tell me where to drive to. Somewhere. Yumiko's picking up our new teapot. Coffee pot. And I'm trying out a couple of floor seats for the my new 8-mat room. What might be nice, I wonder. Okay, for lunch, I think I'm getting kind of a inferiority complex here for lunch. We're having Rudy. We're not having Rudy, but Rudy's here. We are having, wow, that is a baked sweet potato. And we've got, what is this?
Leftover hoto.
From last night.
Yeah.
And then Yumiko's got a big old sweet potato. That's got a lot of girth to it. And some there. And we're going to continue our Netflix. We got our dogs over there. And then we're going to go out and do some shopping or something. All right. Say no. Itadakimasu. Ooh, not feeling intimidated. So we're at a recycling center, or thrift store, more likely, more accurately, where Yumiko picked up a few items before. Now, I remember this place back from my antique dealer places. I only ever got a few items from here. Never remember anything that was resellable, but I remember it had a lot of good housewares. Let's go inside and take a look. This is the SBS Dori Street, and here's the entrance right here. I remember that surfboard. It was there before. This place has got a lot of interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of furniture. magazines. We need everything because we're starting our home basically from scratch. Ooh. Oh, you have kaiden Tansu? All kinds of antique items. Ooh, for 9,800 yen. Kiseru pipe.
How much is that phone?
Which phone? This one?
Black phone.
I don't see a price. I'm afraid to take it down.
Yeah.
It's heavy. There's a sword. Goes on and on. An interesting experience for me is looking at this. All these antique stores, recycle stores, have like a Japanese section. The antique dealer in me is not roused in any way. It's just like, just goods. The interest that I used to have in this stuff is just a faded memory. Maybe it'll resurrect, but it's interesting how that has faded. Yumiko and I are stopping by to make a hair appointment for Emily. I like this van. Look at that. Wow. Toyota. That's a good looking vehicle, huh? This is the same place I got my burn. It's worth it. And now we're back at Ando for our daily shopping. Well, we just got home and we walked the dogs in the cold rain. And I just came in and I noticed Yumiko brought the laundry. And this is interesting because we don't really use dryers too much. I mean, they're available. Some washing machines even have it, but most people hang their laundry. We hang ours out there and that's becoming my job. But Yumiko brought it in because of the rain and put a pole here. That's what those hooks are for. And the laundry can hang.
Oh my God.
Hang and finish drying indoors. Okay? Okay. Yay. You know, this little life that we're living here, this little place, feels so much like when we were just out of college. And getting started. I mean, we own nothing. We just have each other. But the thing is that we have so much behind us. You know, a raised daughter, you know, almost 40 years of life together, careers in our rearview mirror, you know, probably I think over 25 separate homes that we've lived in, you know, multiple pets, etc. So it's a different feeling. It's a feeling of starting out, but without the upward climb ahead, but instead the does it come out strange to say the glide? Descending. Yumiko and I are breaking in our new drip coffee maker that she got from Nitori, and we wanted to get the type that didn't require a filter. And we got some Caldi coffee grounds. What's the flavor of the coffee?
Mild Caldi.
Mild Caldi. And we got our cups, and Yumiko was just reading the instructions and learned that we should preheat the vessel here with warm water. Otherwise,
Which we didn't do.
No, otherwise the coffee gets a little chilly. Yeah, I think it'll work though. This is our inaugural brew. And we get ready to enjoy the evening. You can look past here, past the laundry. It's been a rainy afternoon. But the sun is breaking through. Da-da-da! Ooh, nabe! That looks so good. Thank you, Yoko. And Dad's busy doing something. Medicine? Something. And Yumiko's doing her stuff. Ooh, that looks good. Doesn't it? Thank you, Yoko, for cooking and dishing it out too. Looks great. We've all got our meals. Everybody's seated, including the dogs. Say no. Itadakimasu. No kidding. These home meals are the best. Oh my gosh, it's better than any restaurant you could ever imagine. This is terrific. Sorry to rub it in with you guys, but it's really good. Thank you, Yoko. Rudy, it's time for a walkie. 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 Let's go for a walkie. Dinner was so good. All right, time for the Good Life meditation for today. So it was a very involved day today. It was a Saturday. And Yumiko and I did so much, but so little. Most of our day was like banquets. I mean, it seems like our retirement days are meals, delicious meals prepared by Yumiko. Well, her sister this evening produced an amazing nabe dinner. And then we do things in between. But our daughter called us while Yumiko and I were out shopping, and we sat on a sofa that was for sale and talked to our daughter. And I could sense this vibrancy of energy off of my 24-year-old daughter. And it was such a contrast to the more settled, sedate feeling that Yumiko and I have now in our lives. And there's an urgency in Emily's life as she's, ramping up for her adult existence. And there's a composition and settledness with Yumiko and I that could turn into complacency and could become a problem if we don't manage it in some way. And we will. So I do this exercise to remember my life objectives and principles. Those were drawn in my book, Going Alone. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours, how I did with the challenges and the opportunities that I met, plan for the coming day. I recite the 8 objectives of my creed and ready myself for death. Not in that order. So let's begin. Today, I did better with the driving. I discovered that one thing, I shouldn't be talking to anybody while I'm driving. So I didn't engage in any small talk. I just focused on the driving, and I was rehearsing like a quarter mile ahead, which is what I teach my students to do when I was a driving instructor, to look ahead at a quarter of a mile and scope out what's happening and plan everything out. So I reverted back to the old driving instructor trick that I used to train students to do the same thing here. And because I have to manage everything in reverse, being on the other side of the road, making stops and not turning left at the stop signs, etc., all that kind of stuff. Making sure I'm not getting in anyone's way, thinking about not getting stuck in an intersection by not anticipating what's happening ahead of me. I did a lot better today. I did a lot better with the parking too. So my wife seems more at ease with my driving now as well. That's good. What else? Any other challenges today? Oh, I didn't feel good after we had our snacks. Such a life I live. We bought a coffee maker today, a coffee drip pot thing, and we came home, we made coffee, and we had copious snacks, and I ate way too much snacks, which I've been indulging in because I'm getting so much exercise lately. I mean, I was exercising a lot before, getting a lot of workout, but I worked out a lot today. I walked so far, did stretches, calisthenics in the tatami room, did push-ups everywhere, sit-ups. I was all over the place. And as a result, I overindulged in snacks. Didn't feel good afterwards, but then that woman's nabe made me feel good. Thank you. After I ate too many snacks. Thank you, Yoko. So I felt a lot better after that, and I feel good now. That's about it for today. There was a moment when we were out at this shopping, and we were in a recycle store. That's what they call thrift stores. But they're not like thrift stores in the States, where thrift stores in the States are really full of junk. Here they really clean it up nice, and it's like, you can't tell it from new. And they always have an antique corner for old Japanese stuff. And it used to be when I was an antique dealer, I used to go to those places just because we'd find bargains, and I'd see the antique stuff, which was way overpriced. But there would be kind of a burning in my heart because I love that stuff. Didn't feel that today. I saw it all on. I could work it out. There's the soroban. They were asking 1,800 yen. It's worth about 500 yen. I saw tokuri, sake flasks and various and sundry other things. And I, prices are running through my head and what they should cost, etc. But no interest. It was all mechanics. And I felt a little bit of a loss, like part of me had died, which is okay. So much of me has already died in the course of my life. Over and over again, I've become somebody else. And that's all right. And if it doesn't come back, that's okay. I mean, I had no earned, and when we were shopping, there was no burning urge to buy anything. The interest in placating, in satisfying the need to stay occupied by purchasing things has utterly vanished in my life. I'm content with an empty tatami room and my free time, and listen to the music on my phone and stretch and think, walk and think, whatever it takes. Life has changed so much. I've changed so much. It's so easy. There's so few things that seemingly can get me other than eating too many rice crackers and snacks. Oh, I lost the ladies and the dogs. Speaking of ladies, there's this one right here. The 8 objectives of my creed consist of the following. 1, to be always ready to die, to have my affairs in order, my relationship sound, and my life's work complete. 2, to make good and effective use of time, to not waste my days. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. That's my creed, the Good Life Creed, the 8 objectives and 35 principles. Next is to perform good actions relative to my creed. The next after that is to recognize my true limits and true opportunities, so I don't ask myself to do things that are impossible or expect that things I can't reach, but then to recognize what is within reach so I can focus on those things. Next is to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Lastly, to keep my balance, right? So that I'm not like I was doing when I was driving, keeping my balance by forecasting what was ahead, keeping my mind clear by not talking to anybody, which would be just my wife, because she's the one in the car with me, and keeping my balance so I could drive well. You get it. As for tomorrow and tonight, all I'm going to do for tonight is to finish this walk with my family and the dogs. And the reason that they're doing the dogs is that Rudy is my boy, and he walks better if I'm ahead. If I'm leading the way and Rudy can see me, he'll actually walk. He's walking with Yoko, actually. No, actually, Yumiko's got him. So we'll continue this, and then we'll have a night's sleep tonight, Saturday night. And then tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow? You guys want to go on a drive, maybe? You come with us, Yoko? Maybe go drive somewhere, take the dogs, maybe?
How about go to Kakegawa City?
Oh, sure.
Kimikura and tea room.
Yeah.
In the park. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Dad too?
No.
Oh, right. Okay, great. All right. Well, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to go to Kakegawa.
We can go take them too.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, we've got a plan. That's the thing. Well, as we descend into the darkness. Imananji.
I have no idea. 7:30.
Okay, we got 30 more minutes before this whole park goes dark. At 8 o'clock every night, all the lights in this place, and if you don't have a flashlight, you are screwed. I mean, the whole place just...
I kind of want to see that.
It just shuts down, and you're left in a sea of darkness. So, fortunately, both the ladies are prepared.
Have you been there?
What's that?
Have you been there?
I have. I've been caught unawares. Well, remember, it happened to us the other night. But we were near the edge over there.
Oh, right.
But yeah, and so, but if you're not prepared for that, it happened to me in a typhoon once. I was up here walking, I don't know why I was walking in a typhoon, but suddenly it was a dark typhoon. That was exciting. All right, so we got a plan for tomorrow. It's going to be fun. And with that, I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Thanks again for dinner, Yoko.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Okay. You're the best too, Mama. Good night.